Hello again, 14 Silver X, and we just recently finished our Pac-Man game. If you still want me to add stuff to it, I can. But I got some requests for like first-person shooter, and one for a scrolling shooter. So maybe I'll do that. Yes, that was sarcastic because I've already done one. All right, so now, since might as well do something, unless you want to see something different, I'm going to show you how to make doodle jump because my friend asked me to try to make one, and I didn't really find it that hard. I mean, at first, yes, but then, so I might not remember everything I did, but shouldn't be too hard. So, first thing is we have to make our best friend the green box, unless, of course, you make him a different color. Good old friend, the green box, and this will be our player. Alright. And now, we need a sprite for the platform. This one I'm going to set a height 5. And now we make a platform. Ta-da! Center it. Alright. So now we have a player and the platform. The basic essence of doodle jump. So, first we're going to create our player object. This will be player with the player sprite. And now let's make a move left and right. And you should know how to do this from the scrolling shooter. Alright, so now we're going to make a room, and most people, at least, I can't really say that. When I didn't really know what it was. Well, I knew what it was, but I've never really played the game. But it's like on an Android phone or something. So, let's make it like if we were on an Android phone. That's too small. It's also too small. It's a bit small. I could see that. Alright, so now we go to Objects and put in our player. So let's check it out. So yeah, we have free movement left and right as we do nothing at the moment. So now there's our player. We can move left and right. So now we make our platform. Now, my friend told me that doodle jump, there is a limit if you can reach it, but to make a limit, you have to make a pretty tall room and stuff, so I'm just going to show you how to make it infinite. So what you do is you have a platform, you call it platform. Basically right now, it does nothing. So what we have here is create. It's going to set gravity in direction 270 to 0.5. This will make our player fall. Alright, and now when he collides with a platform, it'll change his v-speed. Let's say -9. You might have to play around with it because I don't remember what I had it when I was making it. Because I didn't make it on this computer. I forgot to put it in the platform. Yeah, so that's not really too high. And so another thing is you only want to collide with the platform when you're above it. Right. So first, let's change how high we bounce. It's like what though? -11. Alright, and now we only want to do this if v speed is larger than 0, which means we're falling. That's a bit better. Of course, there'll be more platforms. So yeah, and now we can bounce from platform to platform. Let's see if I can demonstrate. See, we can't instantly bounce when we go from under it to above it, like it should be. Alright, so now let's make our platforms move. And this is, I had to play around with this for like a whole bunch of time. So I couldn't get it when I was making it that the screen will stay whenever you're like bouncing on the same platform, but it adds somewhat of a challenge to it. So what we're going to do is in platform, we're going to go to the step. And it's going to say speed of the player. If it's smaller than 0, v speed will be negative player dot v speed. So this will say when our person is moving upward, our platforms will move downward at the opposite rate as which is he's moving upward. Or else our platforms would move up, and we don't want that. And now we want to say I guess you could put else, but I'm just not going to. So if it's larger than 0, this is like to make it stop. So let's try it out. And yeah, and then we run out of platforms. So now we need more platforms. Oh, important. Outside of room. Destroy. Alright. So now let's make our thing that makes our platforms. This is similar to the enemy creator in the scrolling shooter. See how much these previous games will help? So we're going to make a new object called a platform maker. And I'm going to give it the player sprite for now. And this will bounce across the room. So it's that 16. Actually, what you want it to make it randomly switch. So first, when it starts out, it'll be like 16. Right. And then what you want to do is in the step event, you go to control, variables, and you say speed I random range. And I think I talked about this somewhere, but this will give you a whole number, a random whole number in the range of two numbers you put in separated by a comma. So let's do 5, 16. And it'll just keep on switching the speed randomly, so it's not just a uniform pattern. Okay, so now the platform maker will make platforms whenever we move up, right? So what we're going to do is we'll make this an alarm event. I'm going to say alarm 0, And let's give it a 1 out of 5 chance. It will make a platform. Alright. Now, and then it will set alarm 0 to 2. Okay. And here, actually, we'll go to player now. And what if, like, the platform maker just doesn't hit that 5? No platforms will be created. So we want to ensure that a platform will be created. So when we collide with a platform, we're going to automatically tell the platform maker to make at least one platform. So we put here object, platform maker, platform, and then make sure you check the relative, and it will always create a platform whenever you hit a platform. Or else it'll create like unfair situations. So now we have to tell it to stop creating platforms. So we could go here. What we do is we say if player.vSpeed is larger, which means it's coming back down, larger than 0, set alarm 0 to 0. So that means this will like stop. Alright? And to turn it on, whenever we hit a platform, we set alarm 0 to 1 in the platform maker. Alright, so let's try this out. Oh wait, I didn't put it in. That's okay, it didn't run. Phew. What's this? So that's the platform maker. Hate it when it does that. What I'm doing is I'm changing the side of the grid so I can put it in different spots, like there. So I put it to 16. So yeah, it creates a platform. The only problem is, A, our platform maker left the room, and only one platform was created. And why it left the room is because I didn't tell it when it intersects the boundary to switch the other way. Alright, and since we don't just want one platform, let's make multiple platform makers. You don't want too many or else you'll be bombarded with platforms. So like that. That's still a bit... That is a lot of platforms. Which means we need to set this higher. It's like 15. Ugh. Whoa, why? The problem is when I can't remember this stuff. Oh, of course. This. Don't forget to block that. You want to block that. Block it off. Like that. No! They're out of reach. Which means I need more bounce power. I don't remember having to set it this high. Wee! 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 Maybe it's too high. Why are platform makers leaving the room? Alright, so these things are leaving the room. Let's do outside of the room. Let's just put more starting platforms. Jump, jump, jump. Yay, yay, yay. So there you go. The basic essence of doodle jump. Bouncing off of platforms. Except I think the random is too high in the variables. Now it's a bit low. That's a bit better. Alright, so now, my goodness, this didn't take too long, or it's because I got back a bit early that I could start earlier. But, alright, so now the game ends when you basically miss and fall down. Basic way to do this is outside of room. You give them that high score table, and then you restart room. That's how it works. Now, the problem is, sometimes you can bounce too high, and you don't want that. Or else, whenever you bounce too high, they'll say, oh, you're outside of room, you lose, and you'll be like, what? But I wasn't. So, what we need to do is player.y is smaller than that. Then what we do is we jump to negative v speed relative. This will keep us from going too high. Bounce, 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 bounce. See, I am still within the room if I go too high. Though it's not recommended because when you get like hit a monster and there's a high score table, when you see a monster, then it'll be like, haha, you're right there, nom. And you'll be like, ah. Alright, so now we want to do our score. So all you have to do is say if v speed is smaller than 0, which means we're moving up, our score increases by 1. Create, set the score to 0. So yeah, this not too difficult. Then I guess next would be to add in like the power-ups and the braking platforms, but those weren't too hard either. But I don't think I'm going to do that now because it's been a long week. My platform makers, why are there only 2 now? Why is there only... Oh, they've come back now. Have they? Alright, here's the simple fix. Change this to an intersect boundary. And when it's outside the room, it will jump to start. Problem solved. Hopefully. I'm dead because I wasn't paying attention. See? And now they stay in. Boing, boing, boing. So yeah. It's basically what doodle jump is. Mostly. But Right now there's too many platforms, but that will be changed when some of the platforms might be break platforms or a monster. So yeah, thank you for watching. Might get over with this pretty quickly, actually. Unless, of course, you want to add, like, bosses or something. That's not a bad idea. But either way, thank you for watching. Don't forget to save your game. Please subscribe if you are subscribed. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.